Hopefully my other stories will be updated soon, maybe. Yeah, a girl with a hoodie ran through the rain, her shoes getting muddy from the ground as she ran as fast as she could. She held onto her jacket that was covering her body and hid most of her head as she ran. Stop! Several guards yelled behind her, giving chase after the girl. She took one quick glance behind her before looking back ahead. She turned a corner and kept going as fast as she could. Gotta get away, she thought to herself as her heart raced. She came to a path with two ways. Something, almost like it was destiny, told her to go right. And so she did. Luckily the guards behind her couldn't tell which way she went, thanks to the distance she gained and the rain plus darkness making it hard to see. Because of this half the guards went the other way, but she still has two others following her. She took another look behind her to see how far she was from them, but that was a grave mistake. Her foot hit a loose cobblestone causing her to trip to the ground. No, 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 she thought as she felt a bit of pain her body as the guards closed in on her. I can't be caught. She was about ready to cry. There she is. The guards yelled that they were now in seeing range of her. But they didn't make it another 3 steps before they slipped on some marbles that came out of nowhere. Suddenly, someone grabbed the back of her head and lifted her up and pulled her into a nearby alleyway. The guards got up and ran past her, never seeing the alleyway that she was now hidden. Seems like they're gone, a soft voice said from behind her. The girl looked behind her to see someone standing behind her, but she couldn't make out his face as he too was covered by a big hoodie. Although she could tell it was a male by his voice. Before I take you somewhere safe, I want you to promise me something. The mysterious male spoke in a serious voice. What? The girl asked, not really having much choice regardless of what the promise is. Promise me that you did nothing wrong. That the people chasing you are not good people. They don't look like police. And also promise me that I'm not helping a criminal. The male once again sounded serious. I promise, she responded quickly. Quote dot 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 quote dot. The male didn't speak another word. He leaned slightly out of the alleyway with his head and looked around. Keep your head low and follow me. He began to walk forward out into the streets with Ochako following close and keeping her head down in the process. They walked for about half an hour before they made it to a building. The male unlocked the door and let the girl in before quickly shutting and locking it. Is this some kind of hideout? The girl asked, trying to look around, but it was mostly pitch black. No. The male turned on the lights to reveal that he had led her to a bakery. She was confused as she looked around at the place. Several tables and chairs were around. There was lots of displays where food would be, and lots of other things that a bakery would have. Sorry if you were expecting a special agent or something. The male stood behind the counter and took off his hood to reveal himself. He had green hair and freckles. Promoted stories. You'll also like. One shots. Bina. 34.5k 437. Some random BNHAX reader one shots. Most of these one shots will have a female reader. I was writing these mostly for myself before now, so I apologize. Enjoy, I guess. Id a fix to the power of n. N to the power of n. 511k21k. UDEBETTERIFYOUWEREMINE dot. SSSSG. Dash 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 dash. Number 1 I. Midoriya Izuku. 16.8k 355. X-Reader one-shot stuff from my Tumblr Hierophix. Check out my other books too. If you want to read more of my stuff, go check out my Tumblr and Quat, Hierophix and Quat. You can. Wavy-BNHA, one-shots. 50.3K 433. A collection of BNHA one-shots. Imagine smiley face. And GT, some head canons and preferences. 2 requests open. Fluff, Angst, Lime, Crack and others. No smut. Sorry, X-Reader. My Hero Academia Onishots. 640. My collection of one-shots for My Hero Academia. Feel free to request anything you want to see, I love getting them. Just a reminder though, I don't write smut, some char. Love strings check mark. BNHAX Reader Onishots. 890K 17.3K. Drawing creds of Toga. Fire Acra Carrot. BNHA Characters X Reader. Dash dash dash. Request status. Closed forever. Dash dash dash. Mature language and content. Any innocent cinnamon rolls please be awa. MHA BNHA guys one shots. 16.7K 193. MHA BNHA guys X Reader one shots. No smut. SFW. Suggestions are welcome. We'll do head canons. Enjoy. But I'm just an ordinary guy. He gave a warm smile that she found weirdly comforting. But she had a big question to ask him. What is a bakery? She asked to his confusion. The smile faded away from his face. Please sit. He pointed at the closet chair near him. She took off her own hood to reveal her bubbly face and her nice brown hair before sitting down. He blinked twice with a straight face before turning around so she couldn't see him. OMG, she is so cute. What have I gotten myself into? He blushed hard as his thoughts raced in his mind. Excuse me, she asked and he quick turned around, still with a bit of red on HSO face. Why yes, he asked not looking in her eyes. Thank you for saving me. She stood up and bowed her head in thanks. And no problem. No trouble at all. His hands went all over the place as he was embarrassed by the praise. May I ask what should I call you? She asked after sitting back down. I'm Izuku. What is your name? He never lasted this long in a conversation with a girl before. X 1379 inches she replied. Quote dot 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 dot. What? Izuku was now confused at that. Oh, I guess I do look pretty real. She started to stand up and slipped off her jacket. What do you oh my gosh? Izuku nearly fell from what he saw. Her entire right hand was exactly like a robot's. Completely metal and circuity. My name is X13 to 79. I am a robot, or android if you would prefer. She placed it back on. She wasn't very comfortable with showing it off. I see. And nice to meet you X13 to 79. He had to take several deep breaths and let that information process in his brain. I am an escaped robot from a lab. Those men chasing me had orders to capture me and bring me back, she explained to him. If you don't mind me asking, why did you run away in the first place? He asked. She looked down on the ground with a sad face. Sorry, forget it. You know you must be hungry. Here, he fetched her a piece of bread and with butter and placed it on a plate in front of her. She just stared at it without doing anything. I'm a robot oh sorry. I should have realized you can't eat food, he said cutting her off. Oh no, it's not that. I am actually programmed to eat and process food. I just don't know what that is. I have been isolated most of my life. Oh geez, I'm sorry. This is called bread. It is made of wheat and some other ingredients. It's nothing great. I unfortunately don't have much made since it's night time. What kind of food did you have at the lab? Izuku asked after explaining what bread is. Hard drives and computer chips, she said calmly. And you think it's okay to eat bread? He was completely shocked. I will be fine. No need to worry. She picked up the bread and took a small bite out of it, and she actually had a tear go down her face. Is it bad? He asked, seeing her cry. No, it's amazing. She gave off a weak but genuine smile to him. She then ate the rest in a matter of 2 minutes. He took the plate and quickly washed it off before putting it up. Well, what's your plan now? He asked, coming back to her. I'm not sure. It's not like I can just be out in the open, and I do not have any connections to any sources for help. She tilted her head to the side in a cute manner. Well, you are more than welcome to stay here. I have a spare bedroom available. Although I don't know if you really need to sleep. He wasn't sure what to do in that case. No need. Quote dot. Her hand reached into her pocket and pulled out a simple plug and block that looked like it would be for a phone. As long as I can plug this in, I will be fine. She walked over and plugged it into the wall. That seems convenient. Izuku watched her. Can you give me a hand? She asked, holding the other end of the cord. Sure. He took it in his hand. Where do I plug this in? He asked. Right here. She threw her shirt off, leaving her in a pink bra. OMG. Izuku fell to the ground in a red tomato state, blood threatening to come out his nose. Quote question mark quote dot. Ochako had a question mark appear above her head. It goes here in my back. She turned around to show a small hole in her back. Izuku slowly rose and plugged it in. Thank you. In 1 minute I will power down, but I have to ask, why are you so red? She asked, getting curious about his human body. I can see your BBB bra. He could barely say it. I do not comprehend the problem. Well, I will ask tomorrow. Good night, Izuku. Powering down. Her eyes closed and her head tilted slightly, and she didn't say another word. Izuku turned off the lights, though his face was still glowing, as he went upstairs and climbed into his bed. Even though she's a robot, that was the closest I've ever seen be. Time to sleep. He turned off his light stand and soon fell asleep. So in case you're wondering, this will be a full story soon. Hopefully.